I'm still having a hard time understanding things we talked about last week. I asked about a person that I knew that suffered so much personal loss in their life, why that they suffered it, why did such happen to one, and you talked to me about how we set up our own lessons to be learned in this plane. You said that we could, that it's possible that some entities worked in conjunction to help each other with their lessons, and that it was all part of a harmony. It's just not quite soaking in for some reason. How is it? Where are we coming from? Where are we planning these things at that we want to learn? How do we know what was necessary? I am Latwii. That is quite a question, my brother. We will answer in several parts. The first part is a general concept. Consider yourself upon the floor of a terminal building. You are planning a trip. You look at all of the schedules and you decide your destination. You may need to go a short distance in a relatively convenient way. You may decide to go a very long distance, and the difficulty of getting there may be quite great. You choose your destination. This destination, in spiritual terms, is the sum total of lessons you wish yourself to learn. This is done by yourself prior to incarnation, and during incarnation, it is extremely unlikely that you will, without help, remember picking such a destination if it happens to be difficult. Thus, the problems, the losses, the limitations you meet are pre-programmed by yourselves in order that you may learn whatever lessons these difficulties cause you to face more squarely. That is often a challenging task for the soul body due to the fact that your peoples seem endlessly able to avoid seeing things clearly by deciding various rationalizations of them. Secondly, the cooperation between entities is not only common, it is the usual pattern for those advanced enough to choose their own incarnations. The path, shall we say, to mastering the lessons of this planet is a path where one entity is of great help in balancing another. It is extraordinarily difficult to learn the lessons completely alone, for you then have no feedback, as this instrument would call it, and must rely upon your own thinking. This is like shaving without a mirror and is not particularly easy. Questioner: each of us has chosen the lessons that they wish to learn in this incarnation? Does the fact that we have free will in this incarnation, do we many times bypass the road we have chosen for an easier path and miss our lesson? Or do many of us miss our lesson in this incarnation and have to repeat? I am Latwii. I am with the instrument. Yes, my brother, many miss their lessons, but not because they do not receive them again and again. Free will is always in effect. You choose your lessons, each of you. Not all of your people are able to do this. Some must incarnate randomly until they have reached a certain level of understanding. However, each of you has programmed certain lessons in order to learn the ways of love. There are many times that each of you has decided not to learn a particular lesson. This lesson immediately returns in another form. You again may choose. You are never hopelessly lost. This instrument has the expression in her mind. All roads lead to Rome. This is true of your journey in this lifetime. If you miss a turn, there is always another turning that will bring you back to the correct path. Perhaps a few detours have been experienced by each of you. This is not a cause for discouragement. When you see a person, such as the one of whom you spoke, who has had a great deal of stimulus for learning, you see a person who has chosen to go from New York to Hong Kong by a canoe. This is difficult, but the lessons are rewarding. In the life of the soul, that is what is important, not the ease of the journey.